So I've always been a fan of American cars. Part of it because I feel I'm a strong patriot, and also my father worked for General Motors in Van Nuys. I fell in love with the Corvette. I remember walking into the showroom when I was 10. My mom was shopping for a car, and there was this beautiful orange Corvette on the showroom floor. And from that point on, my love of cars developed. And this car, it's my very first Cadillac. I've wanted a Cadillac for many years, and I've gotten to the age and to the place in my profession where I can actually afford to own one. This particular Cadillac is a CT6. It's a 2017. It was the second year of production for this car. It's been performing perfectly. No issues. It's got 400 horses under the hood and I believe 404 in torque, pound-feet of torque. It's 3.0 twin turbo, and it's made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. There's one feature that I really love a lot. It's a camera. It's a surround camera. You can see completely around the car, and then you have option of seeing on the bigger screen in front of the car or behind the car. This is showing in front of the car, and this is behind the car. And each one of these marks, I believe, is about a foot, so you can tell as you're getting closer to something. And as you get closer to the red marks, the seat vibrates to let you know that you're getting too close as well. So that's just awesome. I love that feature. This car has Apple CarPlay, which is a great feature. It's a little clunky at times, but it works fantastically usually. I love the touchpad here on the console, and you can select which function, which program you want to use. And I have it set for the maps. It's got my favorites here. And also you can do a split screen with the map and the radio, or your musical selection. Or you can look at your choice of icons or functions to select. It's considered a sports sedan, and I think it's fitting to call it that. It's fast, it handles the road, it's got four-wheel drive, so it's fantastic in the rain as well. It takes off like a bullet. Well, I love the styling of the Cadillacs. I like the crisp edges. I really love the front end of this car. I love the headlights. I like how the side markers go all the way down. It kind of reminds me of a kabuki dancer with the makeup on the eyes. And I love the classic. It still has the classic taillights, or a version of them where they're vertical. It's an evolution of, I believe it's called the Arts and Science design that Cadillac came out with maybe 20 years ago. And you can see it's evolved quite a bit, although it still retains the crisp lines, which you particularly see in the headlights in this car. Prior to this Cadillac CTS, I was driving 2013 Chevy Impala, which was a beautiful car. It drove greatly. It was front-wheel drive, and it's actually based on the same platform as the Cadillac XTS. The difference was in the interior. The Cadillac is more reserved, more elegant, and the Chevy is still very nice, very beautiful, but it's just not quite as elegant as the XT6, which its stablemate. This one particular engine in this car, it's not offered by any of the other lines. Buick, Chevy, GMC, none of them offer this particular engine. The handling of the CT6 compared to the Impala was more of a smooth, comfortable ride. This one's a little firmer, but still very comfortable. So I've been on one very long road trip. It was from LA to San Francisco. I didn't stop once. I made it all the way on one tank of gas, no stops. I was there refreshed, I guess. I didn't feel any soreness or anything from sitting in the car so long. I averaged going up 31 miles to the gallon. Coming back, it was a little less. It was 30 miles to the gallon. I thought that was fantastic for such a big car with such a strong engine. Well, I think Cadillacs are underrated by a lot of people. I still think they're fantastic cars. This one definitely is. There's so many Beamers and Mercedes around, and of course Lexus, which I think are kind of boring. Although they've improved quite a bit in the recent years. But still, I think Cadillac is the top of, on my list, it's the top of all automobiles.